We are a brand strategy and performance marketing firm. That's really our focus. And the reason why we are both is a lot of people really focus on the performance marketing side, and that's great, but you have to say, what are you performing against? What is the story? What is the creative? What is the message? And so the brand strategy comes in to say, okay, what does the top of funnel actually look like? What is the story? Does the brand have a story worthy of telling? Is there something that we can use to actually convert? And so both sides of those are very important. We actually look for a lot of math majors, and a lot of people hire in marketing communications, and that was my background, so there's nothing wrong with communications. But what we're finding is that you really have to have a level of comfort in data and analytics and storytelling with data and analytics, especially with the rise of AI, being able to produce content and content quickly. There has to be kind of an X factor. And so one of the X factors that we're looking for is to say, okay, how do we find patterns in data that make it very actionable? And I think that's one of the reasons. I mean, we're a 6, almost 7-year-old agency since the time we launched, and a lot of our clients have been with us for 4+ years, and we've grown with them. Some clients started very small, and now they're 20, 40, 50 million dollars and have been acquired, and so those are the success stories that we like, is because we are able to grow with them at every phase and to kind of retell their story. It's like any celebrity out there, right? You have to reinvent yourself. Brands do too, and they forget that.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really good point, and then we talk about this often about AI. People have misconceptions of how this works, right? So when you talk about finding data, telling stories, looking for these anomalies in data, AI can't do that. It's not even close to being able to do it yet. Now, that being said, if you train the models based on human intervention, that these are the things we're looking for, it will learn to pick up patterns. Right. But you are years away from it going in and finding anomalies, because what an anomaly is, this is a 1, not a 0. That's not the anomalies you're looking for. Right. You're looking at, okay, this was the month of May. Why didn't we sell bathing suits? This is the month of this. Was there? Now you can go back and say, hey, was the weather play a factor here? Or is there something you did wrong? Did you fire somebody? You're looking in for those things. And I agree with the math majors. I also think you have to find something them to freaking do, because there's too many of them with not enough degrees or jobs out there. But anyway, that is, you cannot just think AI is going to come in. It doesn't matter how much you pay and just magically solve these problems for you. If you don't invest the manpower early, and AI just adapts and learns with you. So the more manpower you put in now and the more you're growing, the cheaper it's going to be in the future. It's not the opposite. It's not going to get cheaper. You need manpower now to build your systems and your models. And if you do that, and I think people just don't understand that. They're doing it the opposite way. They're thinking about the future too early.
And let me ask this, because performance marketing is a term that's probably come up in the last 5 years, give or take, right? And I think a lot of people think of it as, okay, it's the data and telling us how we performed. Totally historical. How are you thinking about going back to, what are the implications?